What are you starting to love more as you get older? Quality food. Grew up on Taco Bell, McDonald's, and all around crappy food. When my wife and I make some good food, it makes a huge difference in how I feel. People gifting me socks and other essentials. If it keeps me from making a trip to the store, it's an amazing gift. Gardening. Hands down. 38-year-old, I talk to my garden every morning. Unreal. Never expected that. Also, reading. At any given time I'm reading 3 different books. Man, I've turned boring. Getting up early-ish. If I don't get up by 8, I feel like I'm wasting my life. Even if I plan on doing nothing all day, I can't start doing nothing until I get up. Haha. My parents. It's a fluctuating feeling, really. Loved them as a child, rebelled against them as a teen, starting to slowly love them again as a budding young adult in a burning, chaotic society. Reading. I never was a big reader until around the time I hit my late 20s. Even then, I would only read about 30 minutes a day at most. Now I love those moments when I can get comfy, get a cup of tea and sit for an extended period of time and just read and enjoy the peace and quiet, which is harder to come by with a 3.5-year-old. Lol. Common respect. I don't care about your sexuality or political leanings and integrity. Simply put, let people be without being a dick, and keep to your word. Doing things alone. I used to hate being alone. I still really love being around people, but sometimes I'm riding my bike by myself or taking a long walk and I really enjoy it. I don't have to take anyone else's feelings or requests into account. I just go where I want to go and do what I want to do, and it's nice. I also have time to just think. I like that. Still a total extrovert though. For the love of all things holy, naps. At this point in my life any sleep is good sleep, take it when I can. The common stillness of early mornings, birdsong tweeting outside of the window and the smell of grass when it's been mowed and the smell of freshly rained upon grass. It's refreshing. Sobriety. Not having plans every damn weekend. Saying no. Waking up early. Going to bed early even on weekends. Waking up early and going outside. Nothing better than a quiet sunrise in solitude. Preferably while fishing. Socializing. I was a major outcast as a kid, and couldn't keep any friends. But since I got my job and started talking to people, the world actually doesn't seem so bad. Going to bed earlier, and getting up earlier. I'm super productive at 4 AM, and dozing off by 8 PM, so it just works out. The benefits of all the hard work, discipline, and fortitude I maintained throughout my earlier years. Working. I'm not kidding. I found every job I ever had frustrating until I was in my 40s. If you told 30-year-old me that my professional life, which has never been linear, would get better and better every year after age 45, and that I'd land an absolute dream job at 60, I would have laughed at you. But that's how it's all unfolded. Rain in nature, just in general. Yesterday at work, it was raining in the alleyway between my work and the building next door. Just had the sun at this perfect spot. Everything around just had this golden glow to it, while this gentle rain was coming down. I stood at the back dock roller door, just watching it. It was delightful. Softer songs. I still like stupid heavy songs, but I'm developing a larger appreciation for softer songs. Lo-fi, acoustic songs, etc. I've been getting into an artist named Ichika lately, now that I can afford it, at 37. Real vacations. Tahoe in November, Angola, Namibia in February. It just took me 20 years. Morning radio shows. I'm only 21, but I've started listening to a trivia show on my way to work in the morning, and it's a fun way to start my day. Other people disliking me. It means I have boundaries for the first time in my entire fucking life. The thing they don't tell you about getting older, is you've aged up when YouTube ads change. I used to get ads for cars, guitars, payday loans, now I get ads for Depends and getting prostate checks. Just bought a new washing machine, dryer, and refrigerator. The joy of new appliances almost knocked me right out. Appliances and getting useful things like shower curtains and tape. There's nothing like unboxing a brand new air fryer. Yes and no, more open to love and equally more apathetic to what I don't love. It's called maturity and experience. When you're older and figure yourself out, you really become amazing. Calm. Being able to get away from everything, to be able to just sit down and take a deep breath, relax without doing anything, without anything going on around me. Silence. I remember being young and loving hearing people and music. Now I just want complete silence. Waking up early. It's nice sitting outside at 5 AM on the back patio for an hour or so before the heat and noise come. Taking my time while driving. I'm not going below the speed limit or anything, but when I was younger I would always go like 10 over the speed limit and rush to catch lights. Now I just always leave early and my drive is very relaxing instead of stressful and rage-inducing. Actually talking with my brothers and sisters and some friends. Not just chit-chatting but more philosophical about serious things, life, where we are and what's to come. Especially with my sisters, their point of view is so different. Birds, specifically the birds outside my kitchen window and the hummingbirds. Rocking in chairs. Talking to myself. Being up before everyone else. Reading in my free time. Hanging out with children and babies. Sitting on the front porch. Talking to people I see at the store. Naps, fucking naps. All of these things I didn't understand when younger, little. Struggling to read a book on my back porch because watching all the pretty birds have me preoccupied. Steve Winwood. I hit 40 and all of a sudden I realized, damn, this man has a lot to say. I celebrate the guy's entire collection, smiley face. Quiet time. That part of the night where the dogs and kids are resting and it's just you and your thoughts. Waking up early, sitting with coffee, watching a little show or reading an article. More and more an early bird night owl. Sleep naps. I am actually disgusted at the fact that I used to hate nap time as a kid. I would do anything just to lay down for a couple of hours in the middle of the day. 80s music on the radio. I grew up not really caring for it. But with all the mumble rap and auto-tune now, I'd much rather listen to the 80s station. Myself and plants and cozy material for blankets, clothes, etc. I'm going full grandma over here and I love it. Reading. Wasn't much of a reader before but now I love to sit with a good book and just read for a few hours at a time. Sleep. I choose sleep over pretty much anything when I need it, haha. I used to sacrifice sleep for other things but I'm just damn tired now and it's worth it. Peace and quiet and having time for myself. I rarely do when I was in college and now I'm enjoying the peace and quiet. Tools, kitchen appliances, housewares, documentaries, baking, dyeing, crafting, house plants, yard work, doing deep house cleans, a good pair of comfy shoes or gel insoles, staying home with my GF, not having plans, kids or getting involved in drama. Sleep. As a teen, I would stay up as late as possible, and swore I could survive on like 4 hours sleep. Mid-30s now, I'm usually ready to turn in by 10 PM to get a good 8-9 hours, and still won't turn down a nap in the afternoon if I can fit it in. Not caring what others think and having a small circle of friends I trust. Don't care to have a lot of friends, don't have the energy for it. This might come as a shock, but having a job. I'm learning how to manage my money better. Before I used to just buy every little thing I wanted with spare cash. I'm getting better at communication, and I'm able to save up for important things I need. It's a pretty decent job in the food industry and I'm making above minimum wage. Home decor, really nice quality socks and sustainable clothing, alone time, nice working appliances like a vacuum, lol, staying in on some weekend nights, someone filling my gas tank, pumping gas for me, actually learning things I want to learn with no pressure of having to hit a certain proficiency for work or a grade.